Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem HaRakah double honor to the apostles and elders, great Muslim of the world, and shalom to the brothers in the work sharing truth. Yeah, got this article. It's kind of it's been in the news because you had, the invasion of what are they called? Ukraine, basically going back in on Russia. And then Russia did strikes back, so it's been a back and forth recently at least, and then with that, it's brought to the forefront again, World War III, and as well with the Western countries being more drawn into it because they've basically supplied weapons that are being used now, to hit, places in Russia. And then with obviously the NATO agreement, if whatever country is that is that's provided those weapons, if Russia does a strike back against them, then it's going to be what do you call it? It will basically draw them all into war, which that war is going to come. But then I'll just read it. So this is on Reuters from Yahoo News. It says Russia warns the US of risks of World War III. And it says Russia said the West was playing with fire by considering allowing Ukraine to strike deep into Russia with Western missiles. Oh, actually no, I think they vetoed it. I think maybe France said Macron said it'd be fine with what do you call it? Macron said it'd be fine with the weapons being used. To strike into Russia, but then other NATO nations were saying no, don't do that, because then it will basically be like inviting the war, and then that's going to draw everyone else in. So it's like they all had to vote on it. Is what the discussion around it was. Okay, now the discussion around it was that was kind of had, and I'll read on. So it says Ukraine attacked Western Europe, Kursk region on August 6th and has carved out a slice of territory, and the biggest foreign attack on Russia since World War II. President Vladimir Putin said there would be a worthy response from Russia to the attack. Sergei Lavrov, who has served as Putin's foreign minister for more than 20 years, said that the West was seeking to escalate the Ukraine war and was asking for trouble by considering Ukrainian requests to loosen curbs on using foreign supplied weapons. I need 1 sec, select. My throat. Need some water. Loosen the curbs on foreign supply weapons. Since invading Ukraine in 2022, Putin has repeatedly warned of the risk of a much broader war involving the world's biggest nuclear powers. Though he said Russia does not want a conflict with the US-led NATO alliance. We are now confirming once again that playing with fire, and they are like small children playing with matches, is a very dangerous thing for grown-up adults, or uncles and aunts, who are entrusted with nuclear weapons in one or another Western country, Lavrov told the reporters in Moscow. And why? It's because he's basically got that spirit that hooks in the jaw, the Ezekiel 38, that spirit where they've basically been put in that mindset to be against the West. But then, and he's mentioning nukes, which is what Isaiah 9. This will be the burning and fuel of fire. That's how these the war that it's gonna be. You had the garments rolled in blood. You've had the ancient forms of warfare. Then even with like World War I, World War II, you had like levels of weaponry where intensified. But then with nuclear capabilities, and then the hydrogen bomb, which has yet to be used in a conflict. That's something that now we're in a time where it's like a level of destruction above and beyond. World War I, World War II, you had planes, you had bombers, you had artilleries, missile systems, and whatnot, where you could bring in a supreme amount of destruction. But then, supreme amount of destruction. But then, what do you call it? With nuclear armaments, it goes to a whole different level, and that's really what everyone's that's what everyone's kind of wary of, even on a global scale. Just in every country, everyone's kind of like, oh, don't want it to happen, but the situation we're in. But obviously, these guys don't understand prophecy. They don't know that these things are set up in the word, which is why it's even being discussed. Everyone was thinking like it's after the what do you call it? After the Soviet Union fell, it was kind of like that whole mutually assured destruction, nuclear war, rhetoric was done. But obviously now it's basically become clear that shit is alive and kicking. So this is what Americans unequivocally associate conversations about the Third World War as something that, God forbid, if it happens, will affect Europe exclusively, Lavrov said. Lavrov added that Russia was clarifying its nuclear doctrine. Russia's 2022 nuclear doctrine sets out when its president would consider using nuclear weapons broadly as a response to an attack using nuclear or other weapons of mass destruction or conventional weapons when the very existence of the state is put under threat. So yeah, basically everyone knows he's going to let him rip when it comes to that time. And then as far as for why, and how that's, going to come to fruition, as far as, for right now, you talk to people in the world, they won't know. They'll talk about these things, they'll be like, they'll have, they'll they'll kind of think, well, maybe it's something. But then what's the, what's the reality? What's the fullness of it is scripture here. Revelation 7:1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor any tree. And yeah, that wind that's being held back, that's the destruction. And that's being held back, because why? It's, so I read on it, says, and I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And it's what? Until the elect is sealed. That's basically, it's all revolving around prophecy, revolving around the elect. And then it's what? The elect need to be sealed. And then what? Hour of temptation. Revelation 3:10 says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah. So that hour of temptation, that's what basically needs to go down. And then you're going to have what? That mark, that MOTB, that charagma, basically pushed out there. And then everyone's going to be tried by it, man. Everyone's going to be tempted. It's going to be the whole earth basically having to engage with that. And it's gonna be on top. It's gonna be peak. It's gonna be a raw time, and that's what a lot of people are just not even prepared for in the slightest. Because as far as people are looking like World War III, thinking, oh no, we could just get blown to hell. Before you getting blown to hell, there's gonna be all kinds of legendary forms of destruction going down. You know, it's going to be raw, famines, pestilence, all kinds of hardship. You know, Esau's going to come out with force. All these different, you know, all these nations are basically going to come out and get people to engage with that system to the max. Have everyone basically thinking like, yo, nah, this is too much. I must needs have that. And that's how raw it's going to be. And then people are going to, you know, clamor, run for that shit, man. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast, that no man take thy crown. And yeah, as far as for those that have the word, that's the thing that needs to be held on to. Hold fast that no man take thy crown. Because within, and really it's you need the covering of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to endure through. Because that's the reality of it. It's without Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Kadash, you know, aiding you in that time, then you ain't gonna make it through, man. Revelation 19:10, it says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see thou do it not, I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. Yeah, that's what it's all revolving around. People in the world are just seeing it like, ooh, or they might be thinking, ooh, I don't, but then what's the, you know, the reality of it? Is it's all down to prophecy, and that's what, you know, we're basically bound by. That's why we're teaching what we're teaching, because why? That's what's in the word. That's what's gonna come to pass. And then what is when it comes to pass, that's when it's known, you know, who's the false prophet, who's the what do you call it? Who's the false prophet, and then who Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Hashem Kadash actually sent. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Just, you know, meditating on it, because everyone's, you know, discussing it, but then it always comes down to what's, you know, going to take place before it goes to that full-on World War III. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Shalom.